So, hello everyone. We're going to take a look through the Epstein list here. Let's see. What do you want to search for? How about let's search for Trump. Let's see. Oh, 4,820 results for Trump. How about Bill Gates? Why is the A not working? Oh no, the A is not working for some reason. This is really weird. My side of my phone is not working. The A's and Q's are not working. All right, how about DeSantis? This is weird. Let's see if we can do. All right, that works. See, that works. All right, so we got 2,527 files for Bill Gates here. And let's see what they are. That's a lot of these are just, let's see what this first one is. That's an email. That's an email. Meet Bill Gates. To Jeff. This is a mail from 2014. And it's an email that talks about Tom Pritzker, Park Hyde, and Bill Gates. And then there's a meeting Larry Summers, Mort Zuckerman, meet Kathy Werner. So yeah, I wonder what the appointment with Ramsey here is. I wonder if that's Dave Ramsey right there. Maybe he is. Yeah, let's see. Next one. This is 2014. And again, meet with. So this is September 5th, 2014. What was the previous one? September. So it's the same email, just continuing. So there's a lot of these things there. A lot of these emails are basically from the same day, sent to a lot of people, and they're just repeating here. So it's not true that there's maybe 2,500 emails or points of data for every person here. A lot of these are repeats. It's almost like the Department of Justice was scanning things in 100 times, or they were scanning over and over, and just to create maybe more chaos. Let's take a look at here. There's another one from Thursday, September 26, 2013. This is some sort of a news excerpt that was sent over to Epstein. Let's see what else here about Bill Gates. Bill Gates to Jeffrey Epstein sent him an email in 2011. So I think this was around the time where Epstein was already being seen as a pedophile. Let's look at some other ones here. Another email 2012, email 2012, subject Bill Gates. So a lot of these are older ones from back in the days where we're just learning about Jeffrey Epstein and his involvement in pedophile ring. So yeah, so there's a lot. So let's find somebody else. How about my governor Ron DeSantis? Let's see. Look at that. There's 52 results for Ron DeSantis. So let's see here. What is this? Okay, requesting documentation on deceased person. Subjects currently registered sex offender in the state of Florida. In order for status to be updated, deceased will require documentation from the facility. So this is somebody from Florida law enforcement requesting, but requesting to whom? A lot of these things they're reducted. Like, who is it from? Like, what investigation? A lot of things are hidden. There's some articles noted in response to Trump's actions. Let's see. That night I was raped by Ron DeSantis. Let's see here. What is this? There's some email. Who knows if it's true or not? Let's see. Same night, same complaint from the Guardians. They were drafting. What's this? Good morning. This is email to the Epstein Maxwell victims. Something, but it doesn't say what was redacted again. So it's to Honorable Richard Berman. Let's see. And I am a target of the very people who raped me. Ooh, see? I need your help outside of Florida because these agents that have been terrorizing me are corrupt, and I believe they are psychopaths. I'm living in a nightmare. They have threatened my life. So I wonder what agents were. Were they Mossad agents from Israel? Were they American agents from National NSA? Who are these agents? Let's see. Let's take another page here. COVID. Let's see what this one says. Oh, this is in the FBI news briefing. So there's a lot of these all over the place. They just list things that are on their agenda or things that they're working on. And here's an interesting one. Counterintelligence, how Elon Musk amplified content from a suspected Russian election interference pilot. Right? Or plot, excuse me. So they already knew that back then, and this is from 2024, right? It's about Elon Musk and what he did. 6 members of Kansas cult convicted after forcing kids to work 16 hours a day. Kansas. Sure sounds Republican to me. Let's see what else we got there. 2014. What is this? It's slow to load. Oh, okay. This is a state file. State of Florida Criminal Investigations for the Department of Law Enforcement, Tallahassee. As a record custodian, I am responsible for maintaining records for the enforcement and investigative support, including, among others, receiving and recording information provided by persons or agencies to this department. Blah, blah, blah. And what is this? Here, a sexual predator offender registration form. Boom. And when was he registered? This is registration for 2017. Look at it. Look how happy he looks. He's a registered sex offender. Look how happy this guy looks. This is not an initial registration. This is scheduled re-registration. Currently on probation, parole, no. Yeah. This guy's roaming free. He's not anywhere. He's roaming free. So, yeah, there's a bunch of pages if you want to read. But let's see what else. Authorized probe into Epstein, accused of molesting dozens of underage girls. Let's see. ABC News. So this is an article. There's a lot of these articles there. Let's see.
About 2 years of like
Letter to William Barr, Attorney General of the United States. Crimes against humanity taking place against America's seniors under the guise of guardianship, state of Florida, sponsored organized crime racket. Why isn't the Department of Justice keeping our seniors safe? Yeah, if you live in Florida and you're a senior, there's this law that's been around here called the Kill Your Seniors Law. In other words, if hospitals or healthcare facilities make a mistake and your elderly parent dies here and they have no children, they have no spouses, then the children over the age 26, they cannot sue any facilities. So it's a law that's been on the books. It's very unique to Florida. It's the only place in the country where this law exists. So, and you wonder why so many seniors are flocking to Florida for their retirement. And I work in a hospital, so my hospital basically sees 80-90% of people over the age of 70 in the emergency room. They're all strokes, they're all sick, they're all coming from convalescence homes and retirement communities, and they're all in bad shape. So this will be an interesting article to read, but that's not what I'm here for today. Let's see. What else here? Professional misconduct against current and former department attorney. So it looks like all these things Jeffrey Epstein was keeping track on everybody here, right? What else we got here? DeSantis announced Florida law enforcement officials will launch their own criminal investigation to apparent assassination attempt of former coup. Let's see, 2024. So probably Trump assassination. Okay, yeah. Who cares? Professional misconduct against current or former department attorneys. So looks like pretty much everything here that has to do with DeSantis is just state level stuff. So I guess he is not in the Epstein files because of any doing with Epstein. He's just there. So, all right, let's see. Who else can we find? Who else is interested? I know who. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. 5,673 results. Larry Summers used to be president of Harvard. And not only that, he was a very famous political person here, right? And he was respected at some point. And it turns out he was playing with, what's his name, with Epstein all along, right? So let's see here. What's this? This is a case data messages, Larry Sanders, participants, pretty miserable, yellow. Let's see. 2019. So we knew that Epstein was a pedophile for a long time, and Sanders has been keeping track with him, keeping in touch with him for a long time. So we can type in Sanders, and then we can say, and then of course they don't show that. So let's just try and Epstein. That's the problem with the system. You can't combine different terms; it won't let you. So you have to physically search for each and every individual here. So like I'm trying Larry Summers plus Epstein, can't. It'll just let you search for Summers. 5,673 results. Let's see who's here. Let's search for, I'm here. Search. And there's 102 results for Bernie Sanders. Let's see, GE CEO. Bernie Sanders says we are destroying. And then I read blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it says. So, Stephen Sinofsky to Jeffrey Epstein. GEC or Bernie says he's destroying it. Oh, so this is an email. This is someone forwarding a news article to Jeffrey Epstein about what one CEO said about Bernie. So nothing big. Let's see. 2019. Some of these files take a while to load. I ran across three that were 70 pages long. And there's pictures there too. So let's see here. That's not loading. Let's see. There's nothing on Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is not one of those guys. So, how about this? This one, let me type it in. There we go. This is a guy that's been hanging around with, this is an Israeli intelligence guy who's been, he was the Epstein's handler in the Mossad or whatever the Israeli intelligence is. They've been seeing each other for a long time. And there's definitely a lot of calendar appointments in here. So if you type in Ehud Barak and you go through here, you see there's a calendar appointment. I can't see it here because it's been a while. It's been about a week since I saw these. Not a week, but a few days. But here you go. Here's like this. There's a lot of emails that says appointment with Ehud Barak and Nili. That's his wife. And let's see, what's this? Jeffrey Epstein. This is a PDF file of a bunch of emails here. And there's more people. There are some people who are declining. Let's see. Over this Ricky Perlman. They're declining invitation. To see Epstein. So a lot of these people are in here because they were either Epstein trying to contact them, or they had really no business with Epstein. They were just mentioned in passing by in articles that were sent to Jeffrey Epstein to review. But like this guy Ehud Barak, he is all over the place. He sends appointments with Epstein. Seems like almost weekly or monthly for years. So since Ehud Barak was the Israeli intelligence officer or the leader of that, and Epstein was working to get as much information as possible on world leaders and prominent people, and obviously videotape them as they were doing their nasty deeds with children on this island. And then Epstein was forwarding these videos to Ehud Barak, and subsequently to Israel. So now you can imagine why Israel has free hand on Gaza right now, right? They just, no one's stopping them. No one is stopping them because guess what? Many of these world leaders are probably on tape raping kids. And what's going to happen? They don't want to have that on their hands. There's quite a few people that are opposed to this war, right? But the ones who seem to be the most in power right now are the ones who are just appeasing to Israel, which is disgusting. Let's see here. Who is it? Light snack with Boris. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna probably stop this because it makes no sense here. Yeah. Let's see.